Let the 50th commencement exercise begin. Will you please rise and join Erica Dahlhoff in the singing of the national anthem, and please remain standing for the invocation offered by Reverend Dahlhoff.
Let us pray. We rejoice in this moment of celebration for those receiving degrees, for dreams fulfilled, and the promise of new opportunities. We give thanks for those who taught and encouraged them, for those that maintain and enlarge in this institution, for family and friends who supported them. For all of this, we are grateful for the support and guidance of the one we recognize as our God and giver of life. Amen.
Please be seated. I would like to take this opportunity to present the members on the platform. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. On the stage with me, in the front row, starting from my left, Reverend James Dahlhoff. Mr. Ray Steffler, Chair, Board of Trustees, 2017 Distinguished Alumni. Mr. Les Graves, President, Faculty Organization. The Honorable Kimberly Geyer, Butler County Board of Commissioners, BC3 Alumni. Janelle Fox, Student Speaker. James Raboski, Vice President for Administration and Finance. Dr. Belinda Richardson, Vice President for Academic Affairs. Dr. Case Willoughby, Vice President for Student Affairs and Enrollment Management. Mrs. Lucille Shapiro, Class of 1973, 2017 Distinguished Alumni, and the Distinguished Alumni Speaker. Dr. Brian White, Superintendent, Butler Area School District, and our keynote speaker. Christopher Slay, Student Alumni Speaker. Dr. Bruce Russell, Board of Trustees. In the back row, starting from my left, Dr. Erica Dahlhoff, vocalist, BC3 part-time faculty. Dr. William DiCuccio, Board of Trustees. Mr. Joseph Cubitt, Board of Trustees, BC3 Alumni. Mr. Brian McCafferty, Board of Trustees. Mr. Joe Taylor, Board of Trustees. Mr. Glenn Miller, Board of Trustees, BC3 Alumni. Ruth Purcell, Executive Director of the BC3 Education Foundation and External Relations. Tina Flieger, Interim Executive Director of Human Resources, Equal Opportunity Compliance Officer, also BC3 Alumni. Ms. Jennifer Lynn, Board of Trustees. Mr. Gordon Marburger, Board of Trustees. Mr. Scott McDowell, Board of Trustees. Ms. Gail Paserba, Board of Trustees. Ms. Nancy Steibel, Board of Trustees. And Mr. Carmine Scotis, Board of Trustees. Please join me in thanking these individuals this evening. Good evening and welcome to Butler County Community College's 2018 commencement exercise. This is a historic commencement. It is our 50th anniversary of the very first commencement of this wonderful institution. Although we have approximately 260 individuals who are marching in tonight's ceremony, this year's graduating class consists of 578 graduates, the second most since the year 2000. Our graduates in this class before you range in the ages from 19 to 80 years old. William Don Thomas of Saxonburg, at age 80 years of age, will receive an Associate of Arts degree in history tonight and become BC3's most senior graduate ever. This morning, Mr. Thomas's accomplishments at BC3 was recognized on the floor of the United States House of Representatives in Washington, D.C. by Butler's own Mike Kelly. That speech was broadcast live on C-SPAN. We now have it on the bc3.edu website, Facebook, Twitter, etc. Mr. Thomas, would you please rise and give him a great ovation? Mr. Thomas. There are 33 graduates this evening with at least 2 degrees or 2 certificates or 1 of each. 28 of our graduates, the most in 4 years, are veterans or currently serving in the United States military. We have parents who will graduate with their children. A newlywed couple who met on BC3's main campus and will earn degrees this evening. And the first 2 graduates of our Presidential Scholars Program. On behalf of the college community, I would like to extend to you, the graduates, our sincerest congratulations. Your hard work and persistence have resulted in a significant accomplishment this evening. I hope that you and your family realize just how significant that is. Our institution, our roots as an institution, are represented in the BC3 College Seal. Agriculture, steel, and oil, serving as key underpinnings to make higher education possible for the citizens of Butler County and, frankly, the entire northwestern Pennsylvania region. Each and every day, I thank those individuals, both past and present, who have made this a first-class institution of higher education. Simply put, graduates, this has been an incredible academic year. Please consider the following highlights. For the second consecutive ranking, BC3 is the #1 community college in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. For a 5th year in a row, we are recognized as a military-friendly institution. We received two $1 million gifts in a 5-month span that will benefit our Nursing and Allied Health Division, now known as the Schaefer School of Nursing and Allied Health. We celebrated the grand opening of the Amy Wise Children's Creative Learning Center, thanks to another $1 million gift. And I would be remiss, because I see a dear friend in the audience, the college's first ever $1 million gift made by Mr. Robert Heaton, who made possible our state-of-the-art, one-of-a-kind Heaton Family Learning Commons, is also in attendance tonight. Bob, thank you for coming. We expanded our highly regarded Hallmark nursing program to BC3 at Brockway. 3 students, Chris Slay, Marianne Steinmiller, and Alyssa Nusser, who will graduate tonight, receive statewide recognition for their academic achievements. Parks and Recreation faculty member Chris Calhoun also received statewide recognition. Our Pioneer golf, volleyball, and softball teams won championships, and 3 of our female athletes were named All-Americans in a single calendar year for the first time in our college's history. Our Rho Phi chapter of the International Honor Society, Phi Theta Kappa, with 3 million members, received statewide and national recognition. And get this, our alumni from this college, manufactured heating elements that kept our United States athletes warm at the recent Winter Olympics halfway across the globe. To the graduates, I am absolutely confident, as president of this wonderful institution, that we are leaving you well prepared to face the challenges that this world presents you. Again, congratulations on your accomplishments. Thank you.
Good evening. President Newpower, distinguished guests, fellow trustees, faculty members, staff, family members, and graduates. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I welcome you and thank you for joining us this evening. We are here to celebrate this special occasion and to honor the accomplishments of our 2008 graduates, in particular, William Don Thomas, who is the oldest person to ever graduate from BC3. Congratulations, Don. And our 50th commencement ceremony. Students have long anticipated this day. They have worked hard to reach this milestone. We share their joy and excitement this evening. Students, I commend you for making the smart choice to attend Butler County Community College. BC3 serves as a gateway institution affording students the opportunity to transfer BC credits to 4-year institutions. Today, you have just completed one chapter of your education. I hope you accept this degree to become a lifelong learner. To the class of 2018, congratulations and best wishes for success in your future endeavor. We are BC3 Pioneer Proud.
Hi everyone, it's a privilege to be here with you tonight. You know, this is my second commencement exercise in 10 days. Now, the previous one, I was not a speaker, I was a proud parent, as many of you are. My youngest son received his master's in engineering management at Robert Morris University. Somebody you probably know better than my son, Philip, was a guy named Charlie Batch. He received his master's that night too. The keynote speaker for Robert Morris was CNN's own Wolf Blitzer. Now, don't tell Wolf, but I'm going to steal one of his lines. I really liked how he started his speech. He said, "You know, graduates, I realize that I am what stands between you and your degree, so I'll make my remarks brief." What I'd like to share with you tonight is the fact that we all teach. Now, we don't all call ourselves teachers. We don't all have that title, do that full-time like myself and the other professors here at the college. But we all do teaching sort of things like train, mentor, do knowledge transfer. And as I ponder who probably are the greatest teachers, even in this room, what comes to mind are the parents of these graduates. Think of the 24/7 care that they've had to give their children, particularly in the formative years, and the wonderful values like the great work ethic they've instilled in them over the years, and the belief that their son or daughter could actually accomplish something significant like get a college degree. And you know, these parents, they never backed off their God-given responsibility and privilege of making sure they trained their children well. And tonight, we see the fruit of it. So how about a big round of applause for all the parents of tonight's graduates? Now to you graduates, I'd like to help you see through teacher-tinted glasses, if you will, your upcoming professional life. And I want you to ponder how you'll be passing on to others what you have gained and will be gaining through the years. You'll be mentoring and training customers, coworkers, trainees, and you'll earn respect. I like to call it professional capital for being considered a go-to person. Now, think, why would someone consider you as a professional go-to person except that you have accumulated valuable knowledge and skill that someone else needs you to pass on to them? And what I'd like you to remember while that's happening in your professional life, that the best teachers are good learners, so never stop learning. I would think that the parents and we professors here would like to consider as our greatest legacy you students, you graduates, thinking that and feeling that we are great and excellent examples of passing on to others what we've learned in life. In fact, in my mind's eye, I'm seeing vignettes and little remembrances that will come across you graduates' minds in the years ahead. Things that you remember your parents doing for you, things that maybe a favorite teacher did, all of which will remind you of the value of passing on to others something you've been blessed to learn and know about. And when you consider that, that'll be your opportunity to go and do likewise. And so for the 2018 graduates here of Butler County Community College, we just say, you're awesome and congratulations.
Good evening. Welcome to the 50th commencement of the Commonwealth's consecutive #1 community college, Butler County Community College. I am Butler County Commissioner Kim Geyer, and on behalf of the Butler County Commissioners, I would like to welcome all distinguished guests, President Dr. Newpower, administration, faculty, fellow trustees, staff, parents, grandparents, and most of all, graduating students. Being a 1984 graduate of BC3 myself, I can vividly recall the excitement of this day as a new journey begins and a new life pathway is forged. You will join a host of many other distinguished BC3 alumni in this quest who are doing amazing and meaningful things with their lives. Like you, they started with a solid academic foundation, and with the love and support of family and friends, they were able to achieve their goals and dreams. We, the Butler County Board of Commissioners, recognize BC3's value to our community. It's much more than an educational institution situated right here in Oak Hills. It's also a driver of workforce development. It's a key player in economic growth, and it's a significant employer in our region. BC3 is a source of great pride in our community, especially as we graduate another class of future leaders full of great promise and potential. On behalf of the Butler County Board of Commissioners, we hope your educational experience here at BC3 has been a positive and life-changing one. Thank you to all of our administration, our faculty, our staff, our trustees, and parents who have all had a hand in influencing the educational experience and special achievements of the graduates that we honor here this evening. This evening is about new beginnings and new opportunities for our graduates. In this spirit, we applaud each one of our fine graduates and wish them much success and happiness. And we have every confidence in their time, talents, and skills will make a positive difference in our community and in our world. And on behalf of the Board of Commissioners, it is my great honor now to introduce to you Ms. Janelle Fox, honors graduate, who will give the student address. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Janelle Fox, and I would like to start by acknowledging everyone gathered here today. Distinguished faculty members, administrators and staff, the Board of Trustees, friends and family, and the reason we are all gathered here, my fellow members of BC3's graduating class of 2018. Each of you in this room has played some part in helping us get to this day, graduation. Today is the day we have dreamed of and worked towards relentlessly. Today is a day of celebration. When I chose to attend BC3, I honestly had no clue just how much that one decision was going to change my life, and I'm sure you all would say the same. We have made new memories, formed new friendships, and most importantly, we found ourselves in the process. With the help of our amazing teachers and mentors, we have gained the knowledge and experience to be successful in the various paths we have chosen to pursue. Everyone in this room has his or her own unique story to tell. We all come from different experiences and different points in our lives. To explain what I mean, I'm going to ask you some questions. If they apply to you, please raise your hand. How many of you started here at BC3 straight out of high school? Raise them high so everyone can see. Okay, thank you. Now, how many of you are non-traditional students? This means that you have taken some time since you graduated, and with the wisdom you have gained in the world, decided to come here to pursue your dream. How many of you are going straight into the workforce after graduation? And lastly, how many of you are thankful for the education, experiences, and friendships made in your time spent here? The amazing thing about realizing how different we all are is the fact that despite our own unique journeys, we are all sitting here today, brought together by one specific goal, graduation. I would be lying if I said that getting through these past years was a piece of cake. I'm sure that in the middle of it all, we all questioned if what we were doing here was worth it. Through the countless sheets runs, late night study sessions, and sleepless nights, we managed to overcome every single obstacle set before us and come out on top. No matter what challenges you face when you enter the real world tomorrow, I encourage you all to use the knowledge and wisdom you have gained here to your advantage. If you are ever frightened about what comes next, don't be. Embrace the uncertainty. Enjoy the present. Enjoy each and every moment you have on this earth, never taking it for granted, because life is so precious and you only get one. If you ever begin to doubt yourself or your capabilities in your profession, I would like to share some words of wisdom from an old friend. A wise little bear named Winnie the Pooh once said, "You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think." If you remember those simple words, you will have the most important tool you need to succeed in life, self-confidence. The time spent here at BC3 has made us all into the successful, passionate, and ambitious soon-to-be graduates sitting before me. Today is the end of one journey and the beginning of so many more. I'm honored to be speaking for the class of 2018 and even more honored to be a part of it. I have one final quote to share with each of you before we walk across this stage and end our time here. Mother Teresa once said, "We can do not great things, only small things with great love." Thank you and congratulations, graduates.
Gives me great pride to introduce our next speaker. Lucille Shapiro began at BC3 during the college's first day of classes on September 26th of 1966. She earned an associate's degree from BC3, then a bachelor's and a master's degree from Slippery Rock University. She has been on the BC3 Education Foundation Board of Directors since 2010 and an active member of BC3's Alumni Council. In 2017, Lucille was named as a BC3 Distinguished Alumni. Lucille and her husband, Dr. Lucille Shapiro, have created 2 scholarships at BC3, have 3 children and 5 grandchildren. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Lucille Shapiro this evening as our 2018 Distinguished Alum Speaker.
Nick always has a way of stealing my thunder. I was told to keep this very short because you are very anxious to move your tassels from here to here. I am very happy to be with you as you celebrate this wonderful occasion, your amazing graduations. Whether it be a 2-year associate's degree or certificate program, whichever program, this is special for all of you and your families and your friends. Let me say a special congratulations to Mr. William Don Thomas as he graduates at the age of 80. You beat me, Mr. Thomas. It was in 1968 when I started my career as a student at Butler County Community College. We will refer to the college from this point on as B33. I was in the first semester, 36 years old, and very anxious and frightened. I didn't have a chance to go to college before that time. When I saw in the newspaper that there was a strong possibility that a 2-year college would start in Butler, I was thrilled. It happened after much discussion with my family. As you can imagine, I did not know, well, I have to go to page 3, how they would react. My husband and my 3 very young children were pleased and a little confused. I wanted their approval. After explaining it to them, there was a resounding yes. They knew how much I wanted it. The 6- and 8-year-old said, "Sure, Mom," and the 3-year-old looked at me and said, "Sure, Mom." There was no daycare in 1968. My mother did not drive, so I scrounged for sitters. I sometimes took them with me and put them in the back of the room with crayons and tablets and said to them, "Not a sound." The 8-year-old and the 6-year-old easily understood why I was leaving in the back of the room, but the 3-year-old was confused, but we all managed. This school is in my heart. I am sure someday it'll happen to you too, graduates. Time went on, the children grew older, and I graduated from BC3 7 years later. I hated to leave BC3, but I heard my voice say, "You must go on and get your bachelor's degree," and so it happened. And in 1985, it said, You must get your master's degree. And so it happened. By the time our children were in college, the youngest starting college, I had more time to spend with BC3. A brilliant thought came into my head. I love BC3, and I'm sure other graduates do too. Why not an alumni association? I called the alumni director, whom I did not know, and said, "You do not know me, and I do not know you. I am an alum of BC3, and I think we need an alumni association." And he said, "No community college has an alumni association." I said, "Why not? Can't we be the first?" I constantly get letters from BC3 asking for money. Here's the deal. If you do not start an alumni association, don't send me any, lost the page again, any more mail. There was a long pause. How about if I get back to you? I said, fine. 2 weeks later, I got a call, and the director said, "Can you come to a meeting?" "I sure can," I said. We got together with Ray Steffler and a few other alums, and the Alumni Association started. Now I'm asking all of you graduates to join the Alumni Association. We need your brains, ability, and a little of your funds. We have so many wonderful projects in which you can participate. Many things going on, bowling events, golfing events, and other outdoor and indoor activities. Go into the foundation office. This is where you will find the alumni office. We need you to participate. Many of you and other alums are disappearing after graduation, and we at least need your addresses so we can get in touch with you. Never forget your amazing school. This is where you started, and this is where you graduated. We need you. Now again, I would like to congratulate you, and I will be so proud when you move your tassels from here to there. And I will be very proud of Mr. Thomas. I end this with my favorite quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson. "Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." Congratulations, graduates, parents, and friends. We love you all. Thank you.
Stay right up here for a second. So on behalf of the entire college, I would like to present Lucille with a gift and to clarify that I was not the person who said no to the request, okay? How about another round of applause for Lucille?
Thanks to everybody.
I'll walk you back. Dr. Brian White has served as a teacher, activities director, band orchestra director, assistant principal, and assistant superintendent. His journey began with a bachelor's degree from West Virginia University, master's and doctorate degrees from the University of Pittsburgh. He continued with positions at Brashear High School, Shenley High School, Beaver and Chartiers Valley school districts. Today, as a superintendent, Dr. White is responsible for managing the day-to-day operations of the Butler Area School District and is facilitating a comprehensive strategic planning process that involves the entire Butler area community, and the college has representation on that committee as well. We are honored to have him here as our keynote speaker this evening. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Brian White.
Good evening. I'd like to thank Dr. Newpower, the Board of Trustees, all the graduates, the faculty, staff, and parents for the opportunity to speak. I'm both humbled and honored to be here. In keeping with the theme of being short because I'm between you and graduation, I'm not Wolf Blitzer, but I do want to point out the industrious nature of the BC3 students. I'm relatively new to the community, and I really don't believe I know any of you on a personal level. I could be wrong, because I find that there's very close relationships everywhere in Western Pennsylvania, but I received a call yesterday in my office facilitated by an employee of the district because her daughter is graduating, to make sure I understood that my speech was to be perky but yet short. I've never been called perky, but graduates, congratulations and welcome to the top percent of the world in education. Yes, that is correct, the top 10% of the world. There are 7 billion people on this planet, and only 7% have a degree beyond high school. You should be very, very proud of your accomplishment. At one point in my career, I was interviewing for a new job, and I was asked what I thought was a rather benign question at the beginning of an interview, and you may have had a similar question if you've interviewed, was, who are you? I immediately started to rattle off degrees that I'd earned, the jobs I'd held, and what I felt were notable career accomplishments. And I wasn't quite through my list when I was interrupted. The interviewer, very patiently, soft voice, said, "That is all very impressive, but I asked who you are. So who are you?" What you were looking for wasn't what I had done, but rather who I was. I thought back to the defining moments that brought me to this point, and truthfully, it's somewhat of a tale that I even went to college or became an educator to start with. When I was in school, I wasn't an honor student. I wasn't a very engaged student. And this all started very early, and I want to share an excerpt of a note with you that I keep with me this day. Dear Mr. and Mrs. White, I'm still very much concerned about Brian. His inability to work at the level of the rest of the class. My concern is not only in the areas of pre-reading, math, but also his art, his small motor functions, and his inattentiveness in large group situations. That was the first of my third kindergarten teachers. So, something wasn't working for me. It was suggested when I was in elementary school I'd be tested for special education. I was put in a Title I reading program, which is where you receive remedial instruction in reading. I really had absolutely no interest in school. I liked learning. I was curious. I just didn't like what they were teaching. This pattern continued for me until high school, until my band director literally stopped me in my tracks and changed my path to the future. I was in the high school marching band, and I was a pain in the butt. And when I was a sophomore, some of the upperclassmen thought, wouldn't it be hilarious if we nominated him to be a student leader? In the high school I went to, there was about 300 kids in the marching band. And they put my name forward. And the band director, Frank Farina, knew my name well because he yelled at it very frequently. And instead of dismissing it, he took that moment and he said, they're right. You're leaders, the others follow you. And he put me in a leadership role. He pushed me to grow when there was really no rational reason for him to make that decision. He believed in me, and it changed me, changed who I was as a person, changed the future path I went. I decided to further my education after high school at West Virginia University. I also attended Community College of Allegheny County and the University of Pittsburgh. I decided to become an educator because I wanted to be able to impact kids by encouraging them to figure out who they are, motivate them to pursue their individual dreams, just as Frank Farina, my band director, had done for me. So I ask you tonight, when the celebration becomes quiet, to look beyond your degree and ask yourself, who are you? If you take the time to ask yourself that question, I believe each of you are going to find something remarkable. Some of you have overcome incredible obstacles and risen to challenges you never thought possible. Your degree is much more than the courses you took. It's a culmination of many choices, sacrifices, and hard work. It is also a testament to the support and inspiration you find all around you. And I hope you become that inspiration to those around you. I applaud you, all of you. Our world is changing, and sometimes that's for the better, and sometimes it presents new challenges. One of the new challenges is really, for us, all of us, is going to be to identify the purpose of work in our world. Last Thursday, Carnegie Mellon became the first university in the world to announce it's going to offer a degree in artificial intelligence. The McDonald's in Phoenix, Arizona is piloting being completely automated by robots. You order at a kiosk, a robot cooks your food, a robot packages your food, and a robot hands you your food. Amazon has already established grocery stores that are fully automated. No people will run them. And our region is the epicenter for the development of self-driving vehicles. Ted Dintersmith, who is the author of Most Likely to Exceed, really believes that artificial intelligence is going to be the defining thing of our generation and challenge of our world. Recently, there was an article published called The Rise of Artificial Intelligence, what's happening, what it means, and how to prepare. And in short, many of the jobs we have today won't be here tomorrow. Just about every job that has a pattern will be replaced because it can be simplified into an algorithm that artificial intelligence can manage. The contention is the use of artificial intelligence will make life better, but it will also increase the need for social emotional intelligence, creative problem solving for all of us as people. It also means continually we will need to reskill and upskill our skill set as a requirement of our lives. This is not the first time our region has faced such a dramatic change. In the 1980s, our region's major industries all collapsed, and we had the distinction of witnessing one of the largest population exoduses in American history. Despite these changes, today you enter a region that's struggling to find highly qualified workers like yourself. Those of you that choose to pursue a career are positioned well. Those of you that choose to pursue more education are equally positioned. Regardless of your path, you're positioned to achieve success, all because you chose to continue your education, and you chose to continue your education at BC3. You are now graduating from the #1 community college in Pennsylvania. That's quite an accomplishment. The long-term question of all of us is how do we keep ourselves positioned for the future with exponential change in technology and artificial intelligence? And I heard multiple speakers before me tonight say this again and again. The learning's never over. No matter what path you take from your work, school, military, family, you need to be a continuous learner. Be a thinker, be creative, and be an expert at what you do. With that, you have a responsibility to the future beyond yourself. 50 years ago, the leaders in Butler County had the vision to start a community college, and you have benefited. Over the past decade, the leadership of Butler County, the Community College Board of Trustees, the faculty and staff, the students who were here before you, and Dr. Newpower, all had a vision and determination to make BC3 the best community college in Pennsylvania. I hope you recognize how special it is to have such an incredible resource in your community for you to engage, use, and now graduate from. But now it's your turn. Butler County, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and our nation all need you. We need civic engagement, and we need to broaden our vision of the future. As we leave here tonight, I challenge you to look around your community and ask, how can I help to set the vision for the next generation? How can I make a difference in my community? How can I be an inspiration to others? Knowing all along that you are part of the top 10% of education in the world. You are our future, and I wish you well in every endeavor you pursue. Congratulations, graduates.
On behalf of BC3, we'd like to present Dr. White with a token of appreciation. How about another round of applause for Dr. White? Awesome. Thank you. I owe you. You know that.
We shall now proceed with the conferring of degrees. All right. Candidates for degrees with honors are signified by gold tassels. The gold stoles are worn by members of our honor society, Phi Theta Kappa. Will the audience please refrain from applause until all of the diplomas in each category have been granted? Will the candidates for the degree of Associate of Arts please rise? President Newpower, these candidates have met all the requirements for their degrees. I am happy to present them to you, and I respectfully request that you confer upon them the degree of Associate of Arts.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees of this college and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Associates of Arts with all of the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Will the Associate of Arts degree graduates please come forward to receive your diplomas? Shannon Burke. Carrie Crawford. Loretta Dawson. Paige Eldringham. Kenneth Finley. William Foster. Alexis Grassley. Janelle Fox. Joseph Groves. Connor Hall. Teresa Hall. Jacob Hetrick. Christopher Slay. Roxanne Houston. Jacob Conkle. Brittany La Rotanda. Derek Linkenheimer. Gabriel Lasella. Sarah Loker. Isabella Mayaker. Brandon Marshall. Rebecca Mendiola. Haley McCandless. Leota McDivitt. Donna McKissick. Robert Miller. Megan Minjoni. Hallie Moore. Andrew Myers. Christine Nalipa. Kaylee Noah. Donovan Nye. Emily Paquette, Jessica Porter, Mary Quastio, Bryant Quinlan, Emma Rombach, Stella Rotunda, Kayla Roy, Lindsay Shaw, Brian Schmelzer, Caitlin Salmick, Alex Shepard, Nathaniel Schizler, Ryan Simmons, Holly Schaefer, Hikari Smilowitz, Claire Smith, Marianne Steinmiller, Brianna Stevenson, Shane Stouffer, Don Thomas, Brittany Traver, Kaylin Trimble, Donald Watt, Bailey Weber, Thomas Zerby, Elliot Zidonic, will the candidates for the degree of Associate of Science please rise? President Newpower, these candidates have met all the requirements for their degree. I am happy to present them to you, and I respectfully request that you confer upon them the degree of Associate of Science.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees of this college and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Associates of Science with all of the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Will the Associate of Science degree graduates please come forward to receive your diplomas? Justin Beam, Michael Anthony Colonello. Carly Crawford. Alicia Eschenbaugh. Joshua Fisher. Bryn Flieger. Jeffrey Goleen. Giselle Gomez. Kirk Guidotti. Jocelyn Guy. Blaze Hinterlang. Tiffany Horstman. Stephanie Ivanowski. Kendall Johnson. Jennifer Jones. Kelly Cabay. Hershey Kirkwood. Nathan Klein. Jennifer Christ. Hunter Lefevre. Seth Queen. Hannah Rashani. Woo! Madison Ritchie. Shane Roxbury. Anthony Santillo. Jarrett Schreiner. Jarrett Scott. Heather Slippy. James Carey LaShawn Smith. Amanda Tappiger. Ashley Thompson. Pascalina Turk. Daniel Uthman. Melissa Oots. Chad Andrew Yerashak. Darian Yates. Will the candidates for the degree of Associate of Applied Science please rise? President Newpower, these candidates have met all the requirements for their degrees. I am happy to present them to you, and I respectfully request that you confer upon them the degree of Associate of Applied Science.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees of this college and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Associates of Applied Science with all of the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Will the Associate of Applied Science degree graduates please come forward to receive your diplomas? Agan. Caitlin Agan. Heather Allen. Rodney Allen. Lydia Grace Anthony. Kaylee All. Christopher Patrick Barber II. Cassandra Bertotti. Alyssa Black. Kayla Bomber. Jamil Booker. Ryan Michael Boat. Sarah Bowser. Cindy Guidell. Alicia Brim. Emma Brinker. Crystal Buzzard. June Christine Cessna. Alexis Cielo. Krissa Danette Clark. Allison Comparator. Ashley Cook. Nathan Cook. Amanda Covert. Joshua Covert. Kyle Covert. Melanie Coyle. Noah Curran. Adolph Meyer Dahl IV. Ava Davis. Rachel Davis. Ashley Deal. Caitlin DePadova. Kaylee Doyer. Christine Douglas. Autumn Early. Tim Ellenberger. Jenny Falliker. Liberty Fector. Christian Feliski. Taylor Ferguson. Wendy Fisher. Rachel Fisher. Amanda Fletcher. Ashley Fry. Carly Gall. Levi Gallagher. Rachel Goodman. Elena Gold. Allison Gold. Jody Grazier. Ryan Green. Christopher Green. Autumn Gressley. Ryan Hankin. Ronald Lee Hansen Jr. Darius Hightower. Matthew Higgins. Robert Hilk. Raquel Huff. Danielle Hall. Sarah Humes. Ivy Gillette. Gregory Johnson. Jennifer Jokinen. Jessica Cable. Amber Kalba. Caitlin Kaufman. Cullen Kelly. Kathy Ketterer. Derica King Scarbeck. Nicole Klubchar. Benjamin Christopher Knight. Cassandra Koprivnik. Timothy Kramer. Blenda Lauer. Annika Lehman. James Lukatic. Edward Robert Lyles III. Robert McClellan. Abigail McCurdy. Derek McElravy. Matthew Miller. Nikki Miller. Jason Nagel. Nicole Nagel. Susan Nemes. Cassandra Newmeyer. Casey Nicholson. Alyssa Marie Nusser. Lori Painter. Ashley Parker. Lane Peretta Webster.
Wayne, congratulations. Proud of you, Wayne.
Carrie Peters. Ty Phillips. Levi Pintershoe. Mackenzie Perella. Elizabeth Pasarchek. Braden Rice. Emily Rogers. Levi Rogers. Lauren Shalaro. Madison Simler. Haley Schaefer. Preslia Shoemaker. Dalton Silvis. Nathan Smith. Sarah Smith. Thomas Stoops. Krista Stroop. Jessica Sunday. Eric Taylor. Evelyn Tabay. Elizabeth Thrasher. Brody Trumbull. Madison Unverzak. Janie Vlasic. Justin Wade. Amber Ward. Alexis Webb. Nakaya Westfall. Michaela White. Nicole Williams. Amanda Wilson. Jacob Wargenis. Will the candidates for the certificate or diploma of achievement please rise? President Newpower, these candidates have met all the requirements for their diplomas. I am happy to present them to you, and I respectfully request that you confer upon them the certificate or diploma of achievement.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I hereby confer upon you the certificate or diploma of achievement with all of the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Will the certificate or diploma of achievement graduates please come forward? Jenna Sue Barnett. Jennifer Marie Berkowitz. Brett Patrick Dorsey. Kia Mae Ishman. Darlene Kish. Elizabeth Knappenberger. Francis Main. Star Radigan. Nicole Volk. Brooke Ashley Wolf. Catherine Elizabeth Edmiston. Austin Angert. Russell. Derek McIntyre.
Good evening, friends, family, faculty, and staff, and of course, the graduates of 2018. My name is Chris Slay, and I am humbled to be a fellow student of BC3's largest graduating class of the century. As BC3's 2017-2018 Phi Theta Kappa president and an honors graduate of the social work program, it is my pleasure tonight to welcome the new graduates as accomplished alumni. In 1998, the BC3 Education Foundation presented a ceremonial mace to the college in acknowledgement of the college's 30th commencement. At each yearly commencement ceremony, a student representative of the current graduating class attaches a tassel to the mace, signifying the transition from student to alumni. Continuing in this tradition, the 2018 tassel representing this year's alumni class is being presented by Cindy Geidel. Cindy is an honors graduate in accounting. The attachment of this tassel welcomes us, the class of 2018, as the newest members of the BC3 alumni community. Thank you, Cindy. The BC3 Alumni Association was created to preserve the history of the college, to improve the college's relationship with alumni and the community, and to advance the mission of BC3. The Alumni Association serves the college, the alumni, current students, and the community by offering programs, services, and events which provide professional and social networking while enhancing the connection to Butler County Community College. Graduates, today we join the ranks of over 22,000 other proud BC3 alumni. We have become part of BC3's history, and I encourage each of you to discover the many benefits of joining the Alumni Association. I'd like to close on a personal note by offering insight and advice as we move forward. As a non-traditional student myself, and someone who was in the workforce for many years, I encourage each of you to remember these three things as you pursue the next chapter of your lives. Number one, dress for the job you want, not the job you have. This is a common saying in business, but I think it has as much to do with your attitude as it does with what you wear. Project confidence, not arrogance. Entitlement will get you nowhere. Be teachable and express a willingness to help others and work as part of a team. Number two, be adaptable. We all have ambitions and goals, but as some of you have seen, and as most of you will see, things seldom work out the way we plan. Sometimes our greatest accomplishments aren't the things we set out to do, but rather the opportunities presented to us. Embrace failure. Embrace challenges. Stay focused, but always be adaptable to change. Number three, lastly, serve something greater than yourselves. Align yourselves with visionaries, with missions beyond your skill set. Invest yourselves into ideals, causes, and organizations that represent your personal values and beliefs, and use your strengths to contribute. Graduates of 2018, I extend my best wishes in all of your endeavors and welcome you again as proud alumni of Butler County Community College. Congratulations.
Tonight, we have witnessed and acknowledged those who are well prepared to inherit and to influence the future. On behalf of Butler County Community College, again, a sincere congratulations to all of our graduates. As we exit the field house, I'd like to draw your attention to the following. You will have the opportunity, graduates and family, to take photos in front of the college's Conestoga wagon. The wagon will be located in the Founders Hall reception area courtyard. And of course, there is a reception in Founders Hall to honor our 2018 graduates. Now, if you would, please stand and join Erica Dahlhopf as we sing our alma mater and remain standing for the benediction presented by Reverend Dahlhopf.
As we leave this place, may we go with confidence that the world will be a better place for the gifts and the talents these graduates will take to that world. And may we go determined to use our gifts and our talents to enhance the beauty of life. May we go guided by the one we acknowledge as the giver of life. May we go in peace. May we go on our way rejoicing. Amen.
Armstrong would like to say thank you for your generosity and donations to our Healing Heroes initiative. With your help, we've raised the funds necessary to train 10 service dogs from Guardian Angels to be donated to area veterans suffering from disabilities such as PTSD and brain injury, among others. If you or a loved one are a qualifying veteran and would like to apply, please visit medicalservicedogs.org and click on Applications. Together, we can unleash the power of hope, the power of giving, the power to heal.